So we are almost in the last quarter of the year, and sometimes you could be asking, where did the year go and how did my goals pan out and what did I do and so on and so forth. In this video, I'm going to talk about your desires and how to make habits that stick so that you'll be able to work towards them. At least you still have 3 solid months to go as far as this year is concerned. So let's get started. If we haven't met before, my name is Beatrice Yakubu, founder of Simpler Family Business. What I do is to help entrepreneurs to use the online digital space to promote their businesses. And indeed, that is, in order for you to do that, you need to have good habits that will support you on your day-to-day journey and on your day-to-day work and moving towards your goals that you set for yourself. Now, how do you go about getting your habits stick? In terms of habits, what are habits in the first instance? Habits are the things that we do routinely. Sometimes we don't even think about it. We just do it because we have done it so much so that, our brain doesn't even register that we are doing it. So for instance, brushing your teeth. When you go into the bathroom in the morning, it is, you reach out to your toothbrush without even thinking about it. You could even do the entire thing of being in the bathroom in the morning without ever even remembering how you did it. It's because your brain has kind of calibrated in a way that have put it in a place that it becomes automatic, that it doesn't need to use any energy in remembering the process. And that is what it is with everything that you do consistently and repeatedly. So in order for you to be able to change, it requires energy from the brain and energy from you now remembering it all the time until the brain kind of puts it away. Also, there is a saying that in terms of the brain is very lazy, i.e. when you're trying to change, it means that it will require effort. And because there is effort involved and because there is a thing of remembering involved, the brain gets you lazy, and then indeed many people don't follow through. But the point is that if you want to actually achieve and receive the things that you have desired for yourself or you have put on paper for yourself, and if you haven't done that, it is important that you do. You need to be able to get yourself to that level where you are actually doing the things that you do on a consistent basis to get to that results. So how do you do that? Number one is for you to ensure that to remember your why. Why are you trying to make a change to your life? Why are you trying to grow your business? Why are you trying to make a certain amount of money in a month? Why are you trying to serve many people? Why are you trying to develop yourself in person? All these are whys that you must answer, and only you can answer them. Sometimes, there is a universal answer, but of course, every individual has a reason, a compelling reason why you want to grow your business. For example, for me, I desire financial freedom more than anything else. I want location-free type of business whereas I can travel the world without worrying about finances, where I can live anywhere, particularly in Africa. I desire to go back to Africa, but then if I am dependent on living in the Europe to make my money, guess what is going to happen? Of course, when I'm going to Africa, it becomes a problem because the health setup system in the UK is not the same as in Africa. And even if I go and I get a hospital that is perhaps up to the standard of the Western world, guess what? The pay rate is not going to be the same. So for me, the compelling reason for me to actually establish my business and grow it is because I want location-free type of business where I can still make money without going to work, i.e. without physically being there, so to speak. So what is your why? And if you're somebody who wants to lose weight, why do you want to lose the weight? There are so many reasons. Sometimes not particularly because you don't like your figure, but it's just because it could be health reasons, because I know for some families, certain illnesses are hereditary, so they can actually trace up to 3 families down the lane, and they know that, because of this pattern, I need to really stick to a healthier style of living, either than giving in to growing your waistline, for that matter. So the why is the reason, that would be a compelling reason that you would think about the habits and think about it sticking. The second thing is for you to actually do it in incremental basis. So for example, I think it was Brian Tracy who said, somebody came to his seminar, and he is the guy who talks about goal setting a lot. And then this person is saying, my goal is to become a billionaire in a year. And then his question was, okay, so how many businesses do you have? Or how much money do you have at this point? And the person said, I've just been laid off. So that is a unrealistic target to make, and of course that is doomed for failure. And then you will go about saying that, I've tried this and it didn't work. Of course you did not try it in the right way. So same goes for when you're trying to lose weight. So for someone who is perhaps a size 18 or 20, saying that I want to be a size 12 within 4 weeks, for instance, that's very, very unrealistic, because it's never going to happen, even perhaps unless you just decide not to eat at all and starve yourself. And with that, you won't be of no use to yourself or anybody. So doing it incrementally and gradually is important. And also for people who say that, for example, exercise. If you want to run a marathon, you can't just begin, by sprinting. You need to do your daily little bits until you build in that stamina. It is so crucial. So starting small is one way that you can get your habits to stick. Number 2 is for you to anticipate that there will be roadblocks. Now, I love this point because the human beings, when we are starting something, there's always an excitement about it, about the fact that I'm going to do X, I'm going to do Y, I'm going to do Z. But as someone says, as one of the preachers, I think it's Dr. Mensa Otabel, would say that the devil is not going to roll out a carpet for you, a red carpet for you trying to do something good for yourself or something good for the world. No, there will be so many stumbling blocks, and those stumbling blocks are here to test you. It's also Jack Canfield who says that, when you try something new, the universe would continue to throw you some challenges to see how committed you are to this task. And the more resilient you get, it will get to a point that, you will go past those roadblocks because you are not giving up. But anticipate them, because they will come your way. So for instance, if you decide that you are going to stick to a diet, and then you get several invitations to a barbecue, for instance, that's temptation coming your way. And of course, if you give in to that, guess what? You are going to be in this loop of circle loop and not going anywhere with your plan. So anticipate the things that can actually stand in your way of sticking to your habits. And as a business owner, for example, think about if you say that I'm going to do a marketing plan for 1 month, I'm going to be serious and post now content on social media. Guess what? You are not going to have the free ride on that, in terms of you being able to plan everything out. Obviously, you are the minimum or the maximum that you perhaps could plan would be a week or 2, and then the rest of it you have to continuously think ahead and become creative enough to get the content through. But of course, roadblocks are always everywhere, depending regardless of what you're doing. If it's a good thing, of course. But if it's something that will waste time, obviously there's no target there. Number 3 is for you to also think about the goalpost. in terms of your end results. The end results always, so having goals and having targets. For instance, if you are not giving yourself target marks, guess what? What is not measured cannot be, you can't assess it. So you need to have an assessment of where you are now, and then think about where you want to be, and then put in the steps, i.e. the markers. So for instance, again, going back to weight loss, you want to lose weight, fair enough. I mean, people have lost weight, incredible amount of weight. It's unbelievable. But then it wasn't overnight. So if you want to lose weight and you give yourself 6 months to do that, guess what? It is doable. And you will not just be what you are and who you are and doing everything until the 6 months come and bam, the weight is gone. No, it doesn't work that way. You've got to put in the measures of, every week, actually weighing yourself and seeing where you are, and putting the short-term goals, i.e. and towards the long-term goals. Also, in terms of the making the habit stick, you want to also ensure that you are stacking up the wins. So for example, if you are able to lose weight for even if you lose a pound, obviously the next time you are losing another, you kind of build on that gradually to where you want to be. And the other point that to bear in mind is what Jen Sincerius talks about, temptation bundling. So for instance, if you are, if you have been told that you need to take care of your teeth and not just brushing, you need to flush. At the time that you are brushing your teeth, that is when you should flush the teeth, because it's all in the same place. Or I like this one, using your void period to kind of continuously recite your affirmations or your mantras. So for instance, in fact, I have been doing that for so long. I didn't even know that it was a habit. That when I sit in the loo, I kind of say my affirmations. And this is way back years when I was in school, and my school mom, who happened to be far older than me, used to say, instead of complaining about certain things, why don't you just give God thanks? And then so I used to start to do that. So when I'm in the loo, I'll just thank you, Lord, for even this opportunity. How weird is that? But that really transcended into now me saying affirmations when I'm at these weird places, because I am in the, this is a void period. There's nothing that you can do there other than just stare or think about other things that really don't matter. But then just saying your affirmations, whatever it is that you desire, because there's a saying that the I am is the biggest word in the that actually brings you the things that you desire. So you're being either when you are brushing your teeth, or when you are showering, or when you are on the loo, repeating your affirmations. Can you believe that if you were to stick that, make that stick in a day, you could say your affirmations up to 4 times at least? How great will that be? And that would be a habit that will stick, and that will be a habit that would, the fact that you are actually saying that I am and confirming how great that you are going to be, or how blessed you are, to have even life, for example, is going to be building you up and building your business. How blessed you are to have a business. Last but not the least is to have an accountability partner. Now, in terms of accountability, it is very crucial that in anything at all, you have an accountability. In fact, there was this article that I was reading talking about accountability. If you think about any greatest person in this world that you could ever think about, had an accountability partner. I've shared this before when I was reading Becoming Michelle Obama. She talked about years ago when she was younger, her mom used to come and look after her children, in early morning so that she could go running with her girlfriends. How awesome is that? And you can see the fruit of the results. You know, she's amazing, even in her mid-age. So having accountability partner is very important, i.e. to help you along the journey, because obviously when the roadblocks come, sometimes it's not easy to shake it off and then carry on going. But when you have somebody who will nudge you on and who will encourage you, it is crucial. It is useful to get you to where you are. I also want to talk about having even a support network, because when you are in a group of people, or with a group of people who really don't share the belief that you have or the journey that you're going on, it will be difficult, because they are going to not even see why you're doing that. What is your problem? Why are you doing this? But then you know why, and no matter how you explain, it's not going to sink in. So why continuously feel frustrated about the changes that you want to make? In order for you to win, just find a great networking group and then be with them. Last but not the least is let go of perfection in everything that you are going to do. If you start with the concept of I want this to be perfect, it will never happen. So just let go of perfection and just do things. For example, videos. When I started, it was just like, do whatever video that you can and just send it out. Don't even look at it after you have recorded it. And that is what I have done since. And indeed, I know that you know, whatever the case is, that the videos I did 2-3 years ago is not the same as the videos I do today. So those are your points for sticking to habits and getting and winning over changing either your business or your lifestyle or your personal growth. Which is Yakubu Simple Family Business, and follow me for more. Thank you.